General Motsepe, to say, all right, let's see that the press briefing was General Mkhwanazi telling the truth to the nation, or was he misleading the nation when he was saying the docket of the political dust team have been called by General Sibiya, they're sitting in his office, they're gathering dust in his office, making the country angry with lies. Here are the dockets, and I'm still saying this adhoc committee can call for those dockets just to demonstrate, because they are there. We also have copies of this type of docket. If you go paging through step by step, you will see that this docket, it doesn't matter which page you choose. You go, let's say I went to 250, now you can see 2021-09-06. That was the last date of writing in this case docket. So all I want to say, honorable members, let's go to 279. The last, this one is 2018-12-2026. 2018. Now, you go the one above is 2022-06-01. 11. So I'm just demonstrating to this house that there's nothing like the dockets were gathering dust is General Sibiya's office not being attended to. Let us be fair to the process, and let us tell the people of South Africa the truth.
So you deal with this at page 31, paragraphs 101 to 103 of your statement.
Page
31. Paragraphs 101 to 103.
Sorry?
Have you got the general?
Go to page 31.
It's 31. There's a subheading there, status of the...
May we please take Honorable Ngola?
Thank you. I don't want the general to leave us confused. For example, he has made an example of the docket number 5 model, where it says outstanding. The prosecutor must sign the J50 to be signed. Then the next step is arrest. So my understanding of this, which is reflected in the report, is that there was an imminent arrest here. But we continuously get confused because the general keeps on saying, this does not mean that really there was going to be an arrest, sorry. So we are getting confused in that from that angle. We don't understand. Thank you, Chair.
Chair, if Muden, this docket, the last time it was opened, it is 2022-08-24. That is on the 24th of August 2022. And the status says J50 to be signed. From 2022 to 2025, why didn't they arrest this person? Where was the docket? Yes, it is there in the docket. But from 2022 today to when the dockets were handed over, why would you want to blame 3 months over 3 years? 3 years the docket were with you, you didn't arrest. For 3 months the docket are at head office, and after you rejected them after all, then you say you address the nation and you say docket are taken by General Sibiya, they are at head office, they are gathering dust, when you rejected them first time around. It's not fair. And I wish the nation can also register that point that they were misled.
Chair, I'm satisfied with that, Chair. So, thank you.
You can proceed, Senior Counsel.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I almost said Comrade Chair. It's that time of the night when you get a bit tongue twisted. But you dealt with this, General Sibiya, at 101, 102, and at 103, perhaps you want to read that concluding paragraph on page 32, 103.
Can I read from 1-1?
Yes.
There's a hand behind you.
Before you read, let's take the hand of Honorable Skosana.
Thank you, Chair. You know, the evidence leader was saying he apologized, but we didn't hear him well because he was not on the mic. Can you please clarify exactly that? Thank you.
He apologizes for what?
Saying he apologized too, but we could not hear him well because he was talking, you know, not on the mic. Oh, there was not. I'm saying, what was he saying? Because he was talking somewhere on the corner there. Thank you.
Okay. You know, sometimes when we have moments like this, I'm going to ask honorable members to stretch their arms. Those light exercises. Okay, no, it's fine. Let's come back to business, Senior Counsel.
General Sibiya wanted, thank you, Honorable Chair. He wanted to read paragraphs 101, 102, and 103 into the record. It's page 31 and 32 of his statement.
I just want to say, honorable members and Chair, Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi said during his press briefing that the dockets were taken to head office, to General-Sibiya's office, and that the dockets were gathered in dust in his office, in my office. He further said that some of the investigations were nearing an arrest stage. I just demonstrated that they were never in my office and they were never gathered in dust, and he rejected them. This is not true. The dockets were not in my office. It was provided with a report on the status of the investigation of the dockets, and the report on the dockets was prepared by General Mkhwanazi, who I would suggest that the honorable this committee, ad hoc committee, should in fact really request General Mkhwanazi to come and clarify some of this, because she's the drafter of the report, and she together with her team are the one who compiled that report. But of importance, I want to say it appeared from the report that some of the dockets were last looked at 5 years ago and some 4 years ago. This means that the dockets were gathering dust for many years. And a copy of the report on the 121 docket is attached as SB 19. Now, I want to say that really I'm failing to connect the statement of General Mkhwanazi when he said, when we took the dockets, we thought that the dockets of Katiso Molefe and Kat Matlala, or the Big Five, are included. Therefore, we missed the target. It defies logic because all these dockets are KZN dockets, and the persons to whom they were referred to are all in Gauteng, and the dockets would be in Gauteng. There is no basis for belief that the KZN dockets would contain Gauteng cases. Such a statement is designed to mislead the public. Now, I'm just saying, the task team, the fact that apparently they were asked or requested to come and assist Gauteng, I think somebody needed a reason to say, Mare, how can we say this docket were being disbanded, this unit is being disbanded because of these matters of the Big Five? No. This thing comes back a long way, not influenced by anything, but purely by the circumstances. Starting from even when the CFO said, post the elections, this task team must be deactivated. it has got nothing to do with what was happening in Gauteng. Now, when you say it is because of what was happening in Gauteng on the Katiso Molefe or Ket Matala, the Provincial Commission of KZN says in his address, there was a white man by the name of Mr. Swart who was arrested in Vereeniging, who works for QTEX. And I want to commend the people of the members of Gauteng, because when the KZN team came or arrived, they had already effected arrest before his arrival. They have arrested. In fact, they were arrested same day by members by the metro. Then he says, "Let me pause. But I want to know, what did General Sibiya do there? I played no role. I didn't know about the matter. I never called for a docket. I never did anything." Now you say, all right, Katiso Molefe's arrest. On such and such a day, members of the PKTT went to arrest Katiso Molefe. Calls were coming in and say, "We see black cars. We don't know whether it's robbery in progress or what is going on." Now they say, all right, he says a team was dispatched from head office. When they got there, they found that the members were doing their work. And they left because the members explained themselves and produced their IDs, and the members of the DPCI left. What did General Sibiya do? I was nowhere near the picture. I didn't do anything. I never did anything. I was not involved. How do I get associated with the fact that we took the dockets because of that? Those are the challenges that I really want to know. Why, even if someone hates you, but don't lie to the public. Let's go.
Can I assist you and refer you to pages 23 and 24 to the top of 25, where you deal with the operations of the PKTT and the alleged involvement of organized crime. You deal with it from paragraph 68 through to 75.
May I just be allowed, Chair, please, to finish or push this paragraph 103? Because it is also significant. Now, in paragraph 103, General Mkhwanazi sent a team of 10 people to head office after his press briefing on the 6th of July 2025, who wanted to take pictures of the docket. General Motsepe, however, refused because the president announced that there would be a commission of inquiry. The National Commissioner called General Motsepe thereafter and informed her that the team sent by Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi just want to take pictures on the dockets. General Motsepe still refused and said, and kept the dockets locked in their office. Now, General Mkhwanazi goes and addresses the nation. He doesn't have information of what he's talking about. He addressed the nation and said the dockets were taken. They are at head office, sitting and locked somewhere in General Sibiya's archives. I don't have archives. I don't have safe in my office. Now, having realized that, but he lied to the nation, he sent a team of 10 people to say, go and inspect those dockets. You can't go address the nation, then you want to go and inspect after a fact. Now, they say, no, but General Motsepe says, no, but you already addressed the nation. Now, this is for the commission now. Let's wait. Now, the National Commission then calls and say, no, Cookie, they just want to take pictures. No. They said what they said. Now they want to take pictures so that they must justify. Now, for them to get the docket, then an investigating officer get appointed in my disciplinary hearing, which is General Patekile. General Patekile then come wearing a cap that says, I'm the investigating officer. I'm investigating the charges against General Sibiya for defeating the ends of justice, then takes the docket to General Mkhwanazi and National Commissioner at the college. Now they sit with those dockets. With General Makashalala, they go through the dockets now on their own. And they can see, because when they took the dockets together with General Makashalala, they could see that, but this docket were not being attended. They were never attended to. And what did they do? They realized that should this docket go to the commission as they are, we might be exposed. What do? An instruction get given that let this docket go to KZN. That's when there was that information that says, but why now taking the docket to KZN? Because this docket must be seen by the commission. That's when it was said that the dockets, copies were made of the dockets, but there are copies of the docket that can show for a fact that these dockets were not attended to for a period of time, for a number of years. They were there. So I've exhausted this part. I just wanted to demonstrate that part, that it is my prayer that General Motsepe be summoned by this House to just come in and clarify certain things. And then, can I proceed, Chair? Where must I proceed, Council?
Your involvement or knowledge of the operations of the PKTT and organized crime in Gauteng, and you deal with it from paragraph 68 through to 75 on page 24 and 25. At paragraph 70, or let's start at 69, you say, the investigations referred to in Gauteng were headed by Brigadier Kopani of the Organized Crime Unit, who reports to Major General Khumalo, who is the Deputy Provincial Commissioner, Crime Detection. I was aware that Lieutenant General Khumalo of the PKTT was also part of the investigating team, but the investigations were headed by organized crime.
Chair, please assist me to get the page. Where?
Page 23 of your statement.
Page 23. I've got it.
Okay, so I was just reading back paragraph 69. You want me to repeat it?
Yes, the investigations referred to in Gauteng were headed by Brigadier Kopani of the Organized Crime Unit, who reports to Major General Khumalo, who is the Deputy Provincial Commissioner, Crime Detection. I was aware that Lieutenant General Khumalo of the PKTT was also part of the investigating team, but the investigation were headed by organized crime. Now,
so you can read the next paragraph too.
I was not aware that the Gauteng Organized Crime Unit made a request to the PKTT for assistance to investigate and dismantle the organized crime syndicate operating in their country, and which is said to be controlled in Gauteng province. I was also not aware that Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi deployed members of the PKTT to support the Gauteng Organized Crime Unit. Now, personally, members, I want to believe that this thing of saying we are sending PKTT to assist members in Gauteng of the cartel against the cartels that is operating in Gauteng, it's not true. It's not correct. Not true completely. What is happening here, it is something that was actually planned, carefully planned, to be able to fight to fight and defy the instruction of disbandment of the PKTT, because these cases were really running. The case of Swar, Mr. Swar, was resolved already. The case of that involved maybe Katiso Molefe, it was well under investigation, and it was running, and there was no interference from my part, at least, that says do this or don't do this from my side at all. Now, to say now we know that the reason for the disbandment of the PKTT is because of there was this connection with the drug cartel. And yet, when you look at all the cases that are here are KZN cases. Nothing to do with Gauteng. Now you just say, no, we received this request to go and assist. The process started long time ago of disbandment. It started long time ago. It didn't start because of these cases, these two cases. If the reason why was to protect those ones, I think they would have done with these cases long time ago and not even bring all the cases, the 121 dockets and disband the whole task team just because of those two cases. I don't think it's fair or it's correct. It can't be correct. It's not true. So as far as I'm concerned, somebody needed a reason to be able to fight back and push back on this thing.
So you said paragraph 72, I also do not know who authorized the operation between organized crime and members of PKTT.
Yes, because at some point, the PC of Gauteng didn't know. And then you will hear different explanations where General Mkhwanazi said, we received from organized crime. And then I heard him also saying that, no, it so happened that they were working with General Khumalo of crime intelligence, and when they realized that there are cartels, then it became a counterintelligence matter under General Khumalo. And then as a result, it became a counterintelligence measure under General Khumalo, and then that's when they come here, and then because he requested assistance back home in KZN. And then that's how they got in. Now, when they came in there, they say when we realized that this team is running around, they are conducting investigation, and then that's when we disbanded and we missed the target because we thought that those dockets are part of the 121 dockets. No, it's not correct.
Okay. And the arrest of Mr. Katiso Molefe, were you aware of that? Were you involved in that at all?
I was not aware at all, and I was not involved. I don't even know the facts, the detailed facts of the case. I do know for a fact that now they're talking about being involved in the murder of Mr. Swart somewhere there. And then I also heard that it's somehow connected to DJ somebody. But safe to say for me that as the Deputy National Commissioner for Crime Detection, I don't always get involved on the day-to-day cases that are running. If a case is running smooth, I don't get involved. If there are challenges and I'm approached either by the National Commissioner or the Deputy Minister or the Minister, or let's say a family is complaining, I jump in. And I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example of, if you remember the Lusikisiki 18, because it was a national crisis. I mean, 18 people, family members wiped out. I went to Eastern Cape. I spent almost 2 weeks there running on the ground with the members. We arrested all of them. If you remember the case of the journalist in Mpumalanga with the wife, the team were running smoothly.
You were in Lusikisiki.
I was in Lusikisiki.
The minister was also there.
He was not there. He came there with the management for a visit, for a briefing. I'm the one who briefed them there.
And they said that Brown Mkhotsi was also there.
No, it's not true.
Did you not see him there?
Well, we were at the police station in a hall like this, and then there was no Brown.
Okay, I interrupted you.
Now, the one of in Mpumalanga, the journalist that was murdered there in Mpumalanga, it actually disappeared and nobody knew where they were together with the wife. I was called by one journalist and say, General, can you please assist also, get involved in this thing? I called for a meeting on a Sunday. Sorry, I called for a meeting on Sunday morning, called all the investigators, even in Gauteng, intelligence, everybody. We met in Mamelodi on a Sunday and we launched an operation. I went with them there from we went. And in 2, 3, 4, 5 days, we traced the bodies in the bush. We resolved the case. I jumped in when there's a need. I don't interfere in cases. So I was just saying, it's not like one is interfering in cases, and it must be known that I get involved in all the cases throughout the country, including the AKA matter. I spoke to the parents of the other parents, not the parents of AK, but I spoke and I went with the spokesperson there. We were involved. So a lot of cases we get involved. We're not interfering, but it shouldn't be that when it suits somebody, because somebody showed interest in a particular matter. No, he showed interest because he wanted to do 1, 2, 3, 4. It's my job to get involved in nationally in all the cases.
So is it your evidence that the disbandment of the PKTT, for the attempt to have it disbanded, because we know as a fact it hasn't been disbanded, is the attempt to disband it, does it have anything to do with organized crime in Gauteng or anywhere else in the country?
Not at all.
Is there anything that appears from the Molefe report on what is contained in the docket or referred to in any of the dockets? Does it relate to or link up with organized crime in Gauteng?
Firstly, I haven't seen a Molefe report. I haven't seen any report. I haven't seen any docket. I've never been involved in any docket. So in this case of whether Katiso Molefe of Mr. Swaro, I don't know anything. But all I know is that in the 121 dockets that I have, there's no Katiso Molefe, there's no Mr. Matala there. The only thing that I must mention, though, is that what I know is at some point I got a complaint from Forensic Science Laboratory. It was the general responsible for the component there to say members of the PKTT went and they summoned the official that is involved, the ballistic expert. They called the ballistic expert from home in Loate under the pretext that the prosecutor wanted him to correct a 212 statement, and they asked him where he was. He was at home, and then they called him to Loate police station. Then from there, and it was a team of armed, some in camouflage uniform and some in your NIU uniform. And then they took him to his office to open the office of the ballistic at night, which cannot be done. It shouldn't be allowed, and it was wrong. They then forced him to open the office.
If you enjoyed this video and want to stay updated with more content like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Your support helps us grow and create even more exciting videos for you. Thanks for watching.